All right, I came out here to check out this huge giant rock. This big giant rock out here by Joshua Tree National Park. And this rock is huge. Apparently, at one point, it was the largest freestanding rock here in the United States, out here in the desert, and it's been out here for a very, very long time. And in fact, a couple of people have lived underneath this rock. I'm going to show you this. But now this rock is the third largest rock because that big chunk on that left side broke off in the year 2000. Apparently somebody was been camping underneath it. They had a fire, and that fire caused that rock to split. And now this rock is the third largest rock here in the United States, and it's huge. It's massive, and I'm just flying the drone right around this huge giant rock. Back in the 60s and 70s, this was an airstrip over here. So the second owner, I guess, of this rock built a landing strip, and people like Howard Hughes would fly into this airport, land, have some lunch, have some pie here at this bakery or this cafe that was once here, and would visit this rock. Well, back in the ancient days, back in the Native American days, natives would use this rock as a meeting place. It would come out here, use this rock for meditation, a gathering place for people to hang out. And in the, I would say in the 40s and 50s, there was a gentleman, a German gentleman that lived here under this rock. He was a soldier from World War I named Frank. Lived underneath this rock for 20 years, and apparently during World War II, he decided not to enlist in the army. He didn't join the draft, and FBI agents came and raided his home underneath this rock, which he lived underneath for 20 years. And he had a radio station where he broadcast information about what was going on in the area. And FBI agents came to his house underneath this rock, which is like a one-bedroom home underneath this big rock, and they threw tear gas underneath or inside this home and caught fire. And Frank, who was a miner who dug for gold in this area, had some dynamite, and the dynamite lit and had a bad day. A few years later, his friend took over this home, this rock, this area, built a landing strip, and then had that cafe. But so I wanted to come out here and check it out, this very interesting rock. And people come out here and they do rock climbing. They explore the area. There's an area where people can go off-roading and do some exploring. But yeah, I wanted to come out here and check it out. Seemed pretty cool to come out here and check out this big rock. And you can check out the split here on this right side. A big old chunk just fell off as people continue to have fires underneath it. Look at this. Look at this mess. It used to be the largest rock, and now it's the third largest freestanding rock. And you can see all the charred marks that people have had fires underneath it, which caused this rock to split. I forgot to mention this earlier, but this rock was also used by UFOs. People, a small group of people, would always witness UFOs visiting this rock as well. So apparently UFOs like this rock. Super popular. But they also had large conventions. They would have conventions of 10,000 people that would come to this rock once a year, twice a year, to gather and talk about UFO sightings and talk about their experience with the UFOs. But apparently this was a big deal. Pretty interesting. I'm going to show you guys some photos of back in the day when Frank owned it. I'm going to show you some pictures of the apartment down below. And actually, you know what? Let's go inside and check it out. Let's go inside. Let's go underneath this rock and check out what Frank's room, his little house underneath the rock, was like. And apparently they say it's a pretty good place to have a home or a room under this big rock, because during the wintertime, when it's really cold outside, this room doesn't get colder than 55 degrees. And in the summertime, when it gets about to be 110 degrees out here in the desert, this room would stay no warmer than 80 degrees. So between 55 and 80 degrees, this little one-bedroom apartment underneath this rock would stay cool and warm, and yeah, insulated from the outside temperatures. But as you can see, you can look inside, you can see some rock, part of the rock wall, the concrete, and some of the rebar from this one-bedroom room underneath this big rock, this massive rock. This rock is huge. It's about 100 feet tall, I guess about 7 stories tall. Yeah, so if you want to live underneath a rock, I guess this place is available. You can come check it out. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, that's for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to come out here and check out Giant Rock out here in Landers, California by Joshua Tree National Park. And this rock is huge. It's a giant rock out here in the desert. All right, until next time, see ya.